All right. As I mentioned yesterday, just really proud of our guys, the way they played, the way they fought, complimentary football in all three phases. Great team win. Looking forward to the opportunity this week against Arizona. Just some injury updates for you. Spencer Schrader, he's going to be out for the season. He suffered an ACL and MCL, so he'll be done. Just disappointed for him. He was having a hell of a season. So we'll be with them to support them through this time. And then also just the Grover Stewart and Mike Hilton. Don't have an update for you, but Mike's got the shoulder and Grover's got the biceps. So I'll have some more information as the week goes for you guys.
Thanks, Coach. Jake, you want to go ahead and start with your question?
Hey Shane, so kicker is obviously one of the most overlooked positions on the team, but just for you as a play caller and a coach, how does having a solid, reliable kicker like Spencer, how does that ease your mind and how difficult is that going to be to replace a guy like that?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to replace a guy like that. And when you do have a great kicker, definitely ease your mind. Obviously, the field position, taking points when you need to take points. And, he was lights out for us. Obviously, he was, AFC Special Teams Player of the Month for the NFL. So just a tremendous talent. So just in a very unfortunate situation.
Chop, go ahead.
Shane, as you like to be as creative as the next guy, as a play caller, when you have Tyler Warren, how does that open things up and how he's that chess piece that can be damn near anywhere?
Yeah, it's a great question. It opens up a lot of things, Chap. I think he's able to be multiple in his role. Putting him in the backfield, lining him out wide, all the route tree, everything. He can run everything, the underneath stuff, the deep stuff. As a ball carrier, trying to find ways to do that if they fit. So. It's a very nice luxury to have because he's so talented and has so many different skill sets. So it's always fun for us as an offensive coaching staff, game planning each week and trying to find unique ways to get him involved in any aspect we can.
One quick follow-up on that. It has to be super helpful to know that that's what he did in college, and you're not trying to do something crazy with him. This is what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was great for us to see that on film, knowing that he can do all those different things that how Penn State used them. So when we got him, we knew his skill set and what he can do. And so that was, very, very helpful for sure.
Is there more?
We'll find out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Joel.
How valuable is the catches and plays that Josh Downs made yesterday?
They're big. Downs is, like we've said since he's been here, just so crafty, route runner, creates a lot of space with the things he can do and make you miss in the open field. That 3rd and 12 there at, I think, the 23-yard line was huge, just an underneath, option route and made two guys miss and spin move. And to get the first down was huge. He had a big day yesterday and, a lot of credit to him and his work ethic and how he goes about his business. But just a tremendous talent. But yeah, you can do multiple things with him.
Kevin.
Shane, I like the sweatshirt.
It's for you. I work for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you have an extra one, just give it to me on Wednesday, please. As far as the Daniel touchdown throw to Michael, I mean, that was one of those situations where I think you were out of timeouts.
Yeah.
What did you kind of see on that play from him specifically?
Oh, it was great. Those are always communicated there with that much time on the clock, no timeouts. Obviously, got to throw it in the end zone or throw it out of bounds. Can't take a sack there. And it was great by those guys. We work scramble drill every Friday in practice. Always get a rep in 7-on-7 and get that work down in there in the red zone because obviously the field's condensed down there, and it was a great job by him getting out. And Adams was coming off the slot, and he kind of made, got some space out there. And Pittman was running a little backline in cut and broke back out the other way, working with Daniel. It was a great throw by Daniel, great job by Pitt, finding that spot. So it was a big time play.
And then with Grover, is there concern it could be serious or any word on MRI or anything?
No, I don't. I don't have any updates for you right now. I don't. I don't think it's serious, but I can't confirm anything right now.
Okay.
James.
Shane, I was asking Daniel, can he grade Tyler's pass? And so can you, I guess, grade your play call a little bit there? Like, did you get a little too cute and then you went right back to him on a regular play? I don't know. Can you take us through just that scenario of trying the trick play, but then going back to bread and butter?
Yeah, we've had that play in for the last couple weeks, and thought there was an opportunity when we got down in there to call it the first time down in there early. Um, and credit to the Raiders, they covered it up, but I thought he did a hell of a job of throwing that ball away there, because if it wasn't there, he's got to throw it away or run it, and I thought he did a good job of throwing it away on that play.
Actually, one serious follow-up. When it comes to the kicker and Spencer being out for the year, how quickly do you all have to come to a decision? Like, what does the process look like to find the next guy?
Yeah, we'll bring in a few guys here in the next 24 hours to work them out. And I know there's some names out there. Chris is working through that. So we'll get some guys in here and then we'll go from there.
We can do a couple more here. Steven.
Hey, Shane. I know this isn't the reason you do it, but when you do unconventional things like, have Tyler throw a pass or whatever, wildcat, whatever it is there any added benefit to the fact that defenses have to account for it, in future matchups?
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you can be multiple in your offensive scheme and give different looks, it's something, that the defense has to prepare for, whether you run it that week or not. They know you have it in there and you can pop it at any time. So it definitely adds another element to the offense for sure.
Cool.
And last question, James.
Shane, I know we've thrown this one at you before, but I mean, I feel like every week it's not a bad idea to run behind 56. How unique is it to have a guy who can do all of the things in the trenches, but also get him out on the edge, use him in different ways like that, and just kind of, give you that front row to the end zone?
Yeah, he's special now. It's almost like when we're game planning, he's like a skill player. It's like, hey, how can we be creative to get him out in space and run behind him and set him up so we can set JT up behind him. So there is that element to it as well, James, because he is that good. So we always try to find ways in the run game to utilize his strengths, whether that is him, out on the edge pulling or inside, because he's got all the ability in the world to do everything.
We'll do one more quick one, Jake.
Yeah, it looks like the guys did a pretty good job against Max Crosby after the first drive. Did you notice that as well? And then how did like Braden Smith stand out and the tight ends who kind of had to help the chip on that?
It was awesome. It was all hands on deck to stop him. And I thought Braden did a phenomenal job the entire game. I thought the tight ends did a great job when we were max protecting them. The tailbacks chipping. Obviously he's a game wrecker. And so that was the plan going in to try to stop him. And I thought our guys did a great job. Obviously he made a few plays there. But I thought our guys overall were just phenomenal handling them.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. We'll see you Wednesday.
James, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll start. Josh, I know you all, I guess, are forced to be unselfish because of the wide receiver position. But what is that balance like? I feel like we say, oh, you can be selfish, you can be unselfish. We follow every week, but like, what is it like for you? And are you supposed to be selfish, unselfish? How do you view it when you don't know if the ball's coming to you every time?
Nah, yeah, I mean, as a receiver, definitely got to be selfless. But everybody I've talked to always says if your receiver don't have a little bit of selfishness and want the ball, then that's not a receiver you want on your team. So I feel like it's just about taking advantage of any opportunity you can get. We got a pretty deep receiver room, and we got Tyler as well, and we got JT. So whenever your opportunity is called, it's like at a premium to take advantage of it and just make the best play you can.
Stephen, go ahead.
Hey, Josh, speaking of being selfless, I mean, you mentioned Tyler, he gets a lot of balls, but they've also implemented a lot of a lot of unconventional stuff with him, whether he's like yesterday he threw the ball, he's run the ball, whatever. What do you think that does in terms of defenses having to prepare for something unforeseen, and can that positively affect other guys, because they're maybe focusing on that?
No, I mean, like you say, he does a lot of different things, makes a lot of plays. So Defenses have to prepare for him. Kind of like they haven't really had to prepare huge for that position the past few years. So he's doing big things in that spot, and it's allowing like other things to open up when the ball is thrown another place or running the football. JT's doing an excellent job. So we just have a lot of different weapons on the offense, and him coming in has been huge for this offense, and he's been a great piece.
And one quick follow up. I mean, Shane seems like he's pretty good about like when he wants to get the ball to somebody, like he kind of finds a way, regardless of what the defense is doing. Is that fair? Do you feel like?
I feel like he's the OC, him and Jim Bob, so they know like if somebody hasn't had a touch, I guess, in a while, or they feel like somebody needs to get involved, and they do a good job of getting everybody going and getting everybody a chance to touch the rock because we do have a lot of people on that offense.
Okay.
Joel, go ahead.
Josh, this might be a dumb question, but like, what's the key to making the right first move after you catch the ball? A lot of your catches are, where you've kind of turned your back to the secondary. Is it just knowing where the guys were before you turned, that kind of thing?
Yeah, just having a feel for a game, just born and blessed, with a natural instinct and for different areas of the field. So just kind of understanding where you last seen somebody, or sometimes like as a football player, you can honestly like just feel people around you, and then you can kind of go off that. But yeah, just knowing being in meetings, knowing what coverages they're gonna run, where a guy might be when you catch the ball, that's huge.
Chop.
Yeah, another thing on Tyler Warren. I mean, you've been around him since he's been here. You're at practices, you're at walkthroughs, and the different ways they've used him. Do you sort of wonder what might be next? I mean, the way they find ways to be creative with him.
I mean, I know that they're gonna keep using him in a bunch of different ways. So, he's played a great first 5 games of his career, and defenses are only gonna try to make it harder to get him the ball. So yeah, they're gonna start mixing it up differently, and then yeah, it just allows other people to make plays, which will open him up again. So I mean, I feel like just complimentary football, what coach was talking about yesterday. We just got to keep that up.
We can do a couple more, James.
Josh, last year, all 8 of your wins were by 1 possession, and then you already have 3 wins this year by at least 21 points. Aside from, I guess, the points and the record, what feels different about this group, and why do you all think you are able to have taken, I guess, that next step?
No, I mean, just kind of like you said, like last year, like all 8 of our wins were within a close game, and it's just like we're blowing people out in a sense. Like we're playing up to a certain standard every game, and it's not like because we're playing them we're gonna play this good, or because we're playing this team we're gonna play that good. It's just a matter of like we're just gonna hold to our standard, go in there, practice every week, and go out there and compete. And we've done that pretty good the first 5 weeks, and we just gotta keep that up.
James, we can start with you.
Neville, what do you think has been the biggest difference in this pass rush the last couple of weeks and really getting after the quarterback and, making their lives miserable?
I think the biggest thing for us is that, we got a lot of guys, or everybody's just bought into the system. Nobody's selfish, and everybody just wants to make, plays within the confines of the defense. And I feel like, we've been working to perfect our craft and just focusing on the little things and just making it about us. I feel like, every day that we come to work, guys are bought in and just try to make sure we're all on the same page. And I think it's been it's been working out for us for sure.
And one quick follow-up. Do you think that Latu is getting a little selfish with the interceptions? I mean, not many defensive linemen get picks. Now he got 2, and everybody else, you probably want a little bit of that.
Man, I told my bro Latu, man, he's a jack of all trades. I said, you got my guy that can set the edge, he can rush the passer. Now you got 2 picks, man. He could do it all. I told him in the offseason, you better make sure you tap in, add those drops to his offseason workouts, the way he's been setting up. I'm super proud of him, man. Like, I just know how far he's taken his game, just from obviously his first year in the league, and just me being here and seeing it firsthand. Like, he's a guy that's bought in, and he demands the best out of himself and the guys around him. So definitely proud of him, not surprised because he's been putting in that work. So, when you put in that work, you're going to set yourself up to be ready for those big moments. And that was a crucial moment right there. So shout out to him.
Joel, go ahead.
You've been playing kind of all over. You played you know, 1 tech, 3 tech, 5 tech, all that stuff. Have you ever played a role this varied where you're playing different stuff on every snap?
I think over the past couple years, I kind of just say, I've been exposed to all positions on the line, and I'm really just appreciative. Definitely appreciative for the fact that these coaches trust me and feel that they can kind of put me anywhere and I can still be effective, and that's all I'm trying to do. We got a great team here, got a great defense. Whenever I get an opportunity to contribute, no matter where I'm at on the D line, I'm going to do just that. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and wherever I'm at, I'm going to do my very best to make sure that I'm locked in and making sure that we do what we need to do to as a defense to you know to be who we need to be.
Steven.
I'm wondering something. You guys are probably getting used to this now. What is it like on defense playing with a big lead? Because you guys have had some this year. I mean, there's probably nothing better, I'm guessing.
I mean, I don't want to say, getting used to it. The standard that we've created and the standard that we have for ourselves is very high. So we know um, that when we play our best ball, when we strive to play our best ball, great things can happen. One thing I love about this team, like again, back to the defense, we're not keeping track of score. We're not worried about. Not saying that we're not worried about the other team, but we're more focused on us and making sure that we play our best ball. And I think that's been the best mindset that we've had. And I feel like that's a contributing factor to the success. And that's all we focus on next play. Like how can we be effective? If this play right or wrong, it's about making sure that we're at our best. And I think it's working out. And it's as solid as we are, there's still a whole nother level that I feel that we're working on trying to hit.
Does I wonder though, does it give maybe it's a question for Lou, but does it give you some advantages though? Like, whether they become a little more one dimensional, obviously, and then maybe you can take some chances with the play calling. I don't know.
Right.
Is it any different when you do have a little bit of a lead
I
from
mean,
that
I feel like
perspective?
that's that's universal within the
Mhm.
game, right? So whenever you're able to slow down a team or stop them from doing things that they do well, I feel like it definitely allows the game to kind of go the way you want to go. But obviously, the Coach Lou's done a great job in making sure, putting us in the right positions. Obviously, D-line Coach Charlie, especially making sure the D-line is ready. So I feel like, it kind of goes hand in hand. Like, I feel like it's always a great thing when the coach and the players are on the same page, and it
Mhm.
allows you to have the success that you want to have on the field.
I appreciate it.
A few more, Jake.
Hey Neville, you guys have got Kyler Murray coming up this week. As an interior guy, does it change your approach at all in a game like this where a guy can get to the boundary so quickly, or how does it change for you when you're facing a guy who's not just like kind of a normal pocket passer?
All right, and got a lot of respect for Kyler Murray. Obviously, he's done great things throughout his time in the league, and again, it just goes back to making sure that we home in on the things that we need to home into. Obviously, Coach Lou and the rest of the defense staff are going to come up with a great plan, and we're going to have to do our job to make sure that we stop Kyler from doing what he does well, right? So I think big challenge this week. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to the opportunity to compete. And again, it's more so just about focusing on us and making sure that we're all locked in and making sure that we're on the same page.
That'll do it for today. Thanks, Neville.